Hello everyone, welcome back to the Malbeefance channel, and this is turn 40 of our series replay for Strategic Command World War One. For those of you that may only just now be catching this series, I am playing the Central Powers against a computer-controlled Entente. Last episode ran a little bit long, so I'm going to try and keep this one brief. If you have been following along the series, then you know the situation. If you have not been following along with the series, I'm sure you will pick it up real quick. So let's just go ahead and just jump right into it. We will advance the turn. Last turn we had a major naval victory down in the Mediterranean, and I'm interested to see how the computer responds to that. So Serbian morale falls due to the loss of Niš, and Serbia surrenders. There it is, finally, after all this time. Austria-Hungary plunders 390 production points. As expected, the remaining Serbian units in Serbia surrendered, and that British infantry unit remained. Conscription leads to industrial unrest in Sheffield. Ottoman foreign ministers report diplomatic success in Switzerland. Central Powers up another 8%. And there is the close blockade report, as usual. Now, I don't expect that we're actually going to get Switzerland to join the war on the side of the Central Powers, but it's fun to try. Austria develops trench warfare level 5. They have maxed out. Ottoman scientists report progress in long-range aircraft development up to 88%. And trench warfare up to 58% for their level 5. And the Ottomans develop production technology level 2, makes purchasing units cheaper. Here is our ledger for the upcoming turn. And so now the computer is calculating supplies for the Entente upcoming turn. So yeah, I went over a lot of strategy last turn, and that's what wound up making the turn go longer than I wanted it to. So here comes the name. We knew we were losing that cruiser. I knew that cruiser was doomed. Same thing with that destroyer. So it's worth it. We got 2 dreadnoughts. They got a destroyer and a light cruiser. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm happy with that exchange. I mean, it does make naval operations for the Central Powers that much more difficult in the Mediterranean because they are still woefully outnumbered. But the exchange in national morale points was definitely in my favor. So here we go with the air war over the Western Front, now over the Suez. We're into April, so the weather is getting better. Hopefully it won't be raining when it gets around to my turn. So lots of artillery fire. Usual suspects. So now I'm probably going to lose that 1 hex up there south of Nancy. But it was worth it to do all that damage to that French artillery unit last turn. All right, so anything else? Now, there may be some Serbian units down in Greece, down in the south of Greece, south of Sparta, and they would not have surrendered with the rest of the Serbian units in country. For the same reason that I've got those 2 Belgian units in Germany. They were out of Belgium at the time of the surrender, and they're drawing supply or some reason like that is keeping them in the fight. So now I don't know for a fact whether there is a Serbian unit down there or even a Montenegrin unit. Sometimes it happens. But I just didn't want anybody to be surprised in case you've never played this game before. So the loss of Serbia reduces French national morale. The fall of Serbia raises Austro-Hungarian national morale. Germany celebrates Serbia's defeat. And I'm sure there's people watching this that have been watching this for a while that are sitting there saying it's about freaking time. And there's our blockade alerts again. But I mean, like I said in several other episodes, I was focused on Russia. I was putting everything on Russia. And unfortunately, due to various reasons, weather being one of them, I wasn't able to knock Russia out of the war as quickly as I had hoped. So there's our combat losses for last turn, the light cruiser and the destroyer. I'm not even going to try to attempt those names. And so there's some more activity summary. All right, so we pick up a French corps near Algiers. French fighters near Amiens. And what is that? Whose battle cruiser is that? It looked like British battle cruiser. Italian corps near Verona. And our Italian artillery near Milan. Is that submarine in the North Atlantic? And that was the Ottomans that spotted him. Way to go. All right, so decision for the Austro-Hungarians. Do we want to give General Conrad a field command? Yes, we most certainly do. So Hotzendorf is appointed to a field command. Yay, team. All right, looks like that's going to be it for reinforcements for us this turn. And so let's get him onto the front line right away. All right, so as per my usual, I want to start down here in Africa, reinforce the folks there. How many shots we got? We're up to 3. I still want to I want to upgrade a little bit more. Give this guy to get one more shot. At 4 rounds, at 4 attacks, we should be able to do significant damage to this infantry corps' entrenchment level to where my Turkish Ottoman infantry corps will be able to breach that hex. So here I am talking about how the last turn went long because I'm talking about strategy, and what am I doing? Alright, so do I have any upgrades for them yet? Nope. Let's get them down here. I'm going to keep them on rail lines for the moment. Alright. So now that we have Crete, once I'm sure that the Navy is back up to par, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and transfer these units over here to Benghazi. I'd like to have a headquarters unit that I can get out there. Let's get everybody organized first before I stick any necks out there, with the exception of the submarine. He has better survivability chances. Good heavens, I'm down to destroyer, 3 pre dreadnoughts, that battle cruiser. The submarine fleet is... oh! Yes. Yeah, the underseas fleet is going to be my main arm for the moment. Alright, that gets us another armored cruiser. Every little bit helps. Alright. So let's see. Yep, they're still there. Alright. Do we continue the fight here? Let's try it. I don't like those odds. And swap these guys out. Can he entrench? Yes, he can. Okay. So he can entrench there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get Salonika, because that is also a national morale objective. And now that gives me the opportunity to go ahead and upgrade these 3 Ottoman infantry corps. And I don't need the headquarters there anymore. So let's pull him back for now. I can go ahead and I'll be in a turn or two, I'll be able to use Salonika in order to bring transport units over here to Benghazi. But in the time it takes me to secure the Aegean ports, I can pull these guys back to Constantinople and have them go out of there, or I can even have them come out of down here at the end of the Bosphorus. Or excuse me, these are the Dardanelles. These are the Bosphorus up here. I'm always getting them backwards. Alright. So let's go ahead and do some repair work. Reinforcing some of my Austrian units. Sorry, I'm trying to think and talk and maneuver units all at the same time. I can only multitask so much. Alright, so now this guy's out of supplies, so picking him off ought to be easy. And so it is. Alright, so I'll go ahead and I will get the Bulgarian garrison, or the Bulgarian regiments. What my intention with them is to put them back along the Romanian border, just in case. So I will finish repairing and upgrading where I can with the Austrian forces in Serbia. While I'm building up for the invasion of Italy. And upgrade the bombers now that I have the chance. All right. Where? There we go. I don't need him there, but just getting him out of the way. All right, so that is pretty much going to take care of the southern portion. Oh, wait, can he get to? Yes, he can. All right. See if he can do some damage. Yes, he did. Awesome. All right. Originally, what I had hoped to do is have the submarines in a line here so that way they could go after the battle cruiser when it comes out. They could surprise it, but I got surprised by the two ships that wound up being in their place. But that's okay because I wound up getting a British armored cruiser in return. Let's drop some mines there just to be fun. And some there. So now anything that is docked in Venice, along with these two submarines, if they want to go anywhere, they're going to have to go through my mines. Get him out of there. So we can go ahead and we can advance. I'm not sure why the computer is giving up these two hexes, but I am not going to complain. Now, is there a road under this guy? Yes, there is. There's a whole town under him. All right. Because I wanted to have the artillery unit on a road. All right, let's get him out of there so we're not backed up too much. Nope, go that way. I want to get the German regiments out to make room for more infantry corps, and then also get these guys out of here. Oh, for those of you that aren't aware, um, there are supplies for Germany coming in from Ukraine, and the number of garrison units you have in Polish territory affects the amount that is coming in. To get the full amount of supplies coming in, you need to have 12 units within 12 German units within 8 hexes of Warsaw. And that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so back to the Alps. Swap him out. I can reinforce him. Now, can we? Yes, we can. Oh, that did not go as well as I had hoped. There we go. All right. So that's another Italian infantry corps casualty. And then hopefully next turn um, we'll go ahead and either push for Padua or I'll go ahead and I'll take this hex here north of Venice, and that'll give me even more hex sides on Padua. Alright, so this first artillery is maxed out, so now I can either go for Epinal or I can go for Belfort. And Belfort is a national morale objective, Epinal is not. But I have more hex sides to attack Epinal. Alright, so 3 shots there, 8 shots there. I need a minimum of 11 for Verdun, so I've got my minimum. All right, so it looks like we're going to be able to attack Verdun, and I got to decide: do I want to go for Epinal? Or do I want to go for Belfort? And I've got more of a chance to take Epinal than I do Belfort. All right, we will go for Epinal. Let's go ahead and draw out the defending fighters. You know what? Oh, his entrenchment. Okay. I was thinking why not both, but I don't have enough artillery for both locations. So once again, we'll let the infantry corps that only has the one weapons take the first attack. All right. So now, how much cost him 4 to get up there? So 2. Now I could push against him, but no, just let him occupy the hex. Get him out of there so he can move up and he can entrench. Because this isn't about me breaking through on the Western Front. It's just about me hindering the French and British from being able to put on massive offensives and draining them wherever I can. Oh, wait, no. Upgrade him first. All right. Nope, don't do that yet. All right, advance. All right, here we go. Verdun. All right, so use the Zeppelins to pull out the escort fighters, then go in with the bombers and recon the position. And we were actually able to get a hit on the unit at the same time, so that's great. All right, so let's start with the guy who's got the most attacks. All right, he's got 2 more rounds. Did some good damage to the unit as well. All right, so let's see what our odds are before I use the other artillery. All right, so we'll save him. Awesome. All right. That went much better than I thought it would. So, um, yeah. So even though he used all of his movement points in order to get into the hex is already fortified. So I can't entrench him. It's already entrenched. So it was no problem to go ahead and use his attack on the French artillery. I didn't advance with him because I don't know if you noticed he's only got the one level weapons. And now this gives me the opportunity to go ahead and upgrade him. All right, I want to get him out of there. Go even further back. All right, now I expect an absolute deluge of hate thrown on to the Guard Corps holding Verdun. The computer is going to go to the nines to take that hex back. So hopefully we'll be able to hold it during the counterattack. We'll see. So let's go ahead, and what we have left now is the High Seas Fleet and our submarines. Now he just needs to resupply. He doesn't have to actually pull into port. Okay. So, all right, so that's all of my returning submarines. And now to breach the distant blockade. Unless I find a dreadnought up here. Nope. All right, then let's just go ahead and breach. All right. So that is pretty much going to take care of movement. Just zooming out to have another look real quick. So yeah, it looks like we got everybody. All right, so let's have a look at national morale here. So UK is at 30, France is at 49, Italy is at 71, Germany is at 130, Austria-Hungary is at 133, and the Ottomans are at 112. Awesome, 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 awesome. Let me have a look at diplomacy here real quick. So the United States is up to 45%. We can expect to see them entering the war most likely before the end of 1917. Romania is still at 57. Not great, but not bad either. Switzerland is up to 42. As I mentioned, I don't expect to see them entering the war before the game's end, but it is fun to try and do. Netherlands is down to 13%. I would like to see that higher. Does anybody got a chit we can use? Um, the Turkish have one. Do I have any in there at all? Yeah, the Germans have got 3 in there. So that gives us a 15% chance per turn of a success. But let me go ahead. You may think this is waste of money, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in there anyway, just to be on the safe side. All right, so let's look at research again real quick. So let's start with the Ottomans. Yeah, production technology. And that's going to be it, because they only got 10 points left on their max. Move over to the Ottomans, or excuse me, the Austro-Hungary. So they're about to hit infantry warfare level 2. So let's go ahead and push advanced subs. I know I ought to overspend for mobility. The fact that I haven't had mobility has been kicking me in the backside a couple of times now in the game. So I hate overspending, but Alright, so they only got 35 left, so there's nothing more they can do here. So let's go to purchases for them. And what do we got coming? So the one bomber group. I need to replenish the fleet, but it's going to take a long time for heavy hitters. So let me go ahead and just replace the destroyers and the light cruisers that I've lost. I can get them back pretty quick. If nothing else, they can cover landing operations. So the maritime bombers, yeah, definitely. They're no good until they get no good as attack craft until they get technology upgrades. But if nothing else, they can scout for me. And then let's go ahead and get them an airship because that can scout as well. And I don't have enough to get any fighters. I really don't need more detachments. So once we get naval weaponry, the airships can do additional damage. So there we go. All right, so that takes care of Austria-Hungary. Let's go back to research for Germany. And we will overspend on mobility. Command and control is a good thing. I really don't need longer range aircraft for the Germans. Yeah, production technology. Okay, so what do I got left? I only got 215 left. And I've got a core. I got two cores I need to reconstitute. So I only got enough money for one. Alright, so how much we got left? 67. I can actually do something in research with that. So fighter development, anti-sub or advanced submarines. We're about to make a breakthrough on that. I don't have enough for naval warfare, although I would like to go ahead and get that up to level 2. Alright, yeah, let's go with advanced submarines. Speed that up a little bit. I probably won't get to level 3 before the end of the game, but level 2 is always helpful, especially if America enters the war early. Alright, so that is going to do it for this turn. I appreciate you folks. If you've made it this far, please leave a like. Go ahead and drop a comment. Always helps with growing the channel. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. That helps grow the channel as well. All right, so that is going to do it for this turn. Once again, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.